Hello everyone and welcome to the semi-finals for the 2-2 Clones World Cup to determine the best player ever in the world that ever existed in the format of 2-2 cricket. So today is the time where everything comes together. We've got the best of the best fighting it out to work out who is the best, player of all time. So today we're going to be looking at the two semi-finals which will finally pit together two different types of players. Previously, everyone's been fighting within their own category, but now that we have the best bowler, the best batsman, the best all-rounder, and the best wicket-keeper in the 2-2 format, they're going to battle it out. So let's get the bottom half of the bracket underway straight away, and it is the bowler in Kagiso Rabada taking on Jos Buttler in the first game, well, in the first semi-final of this amazing competition. So obviously Team Buttler, Team Rabada, the two teams that are going to be coming off in this first semi-final, the bowler taking on the batsman. I believe all of the legends, I suppose, all of the legends have been eliminated. It's all down to modern day players. So the road for Jos Buttler to get here, beat Tim Payne, beat MS Dhoni, and then beat Mark Butcher. Boucher, I can't remember how to bloody pronounce it. I'm probably going to get it wrong, aren't I? And on the other side of the coin, Rabada has beaten Broad, Bumrah, and then Wasim Akram in that last game, which was a fantastic little victory for him as well. Anyway, Rabada's won the toss. I reckon he's going to bowl. Surely you bowl. He's going to bat first. Oh, brave call, but I guess maybe he's thinking I can get... I don't know. I feel like you go with your strength first. In a bowler versus wicketkeeper matchup, I would have liked to see the bowler choose to bowl first. That way, you know the best you're going to get out of your opponent. Whereas here's a really interesting one because obviously Rabada, not a recognised batsman. And an edge straight away. See what I mean? You've got to be on the ball here. Buttler obviously not the greatest bowler, but he actually did bowl quite well against Butcher in the last game. So a couple of dots to start things off, and I wonder what a par score in this specific matchup's going to be, because it is the first time we've seen two, varying player types come together in a bowler versus a wicket keeper. I think you might see even a score like 15 can be defended by Rabada. So I still think he's going to need at least 7 or 8 and over at the moment. He should be able to pick that up even with a single for the rest of the next couple of balls. But I feel like he can defend a 15 because he's got the skills enough to take enough wickets and win this matchup against Jos Buttler. So this first innings, while it doesn't seem like it's going to be a big deal, I think it is a big deal because of the fact that, both players are sort of using their weakest skills in this first inning. So it is going to be a very critical little innings. Already 9 from the first over. And a dot to finish off. So 9 from that opening over. I'll probably give that to Rabada just. Of course, the winner of this match will go on to face the winner of Steve Smith versus Glenn Maxwell, which we're going to see a little bit later on. There's a little outside edge. It's racing away. They're going to pick up a couple. Third man gets around to it eventually. But interesting to see that both of these guys bowl sort of... pace. Yes, Buttler bowls some kind of pace, but you're going to see them come up against a spinner in that last game. How well do these two go against spin? Buttler did not face a spinner throughout the entire tournament, and I believe Rabada was only facing quicks as well. So the spin factor for Smith and Maxwell could be big. Quality drive, that one from Rabada too. And I think that this is a defendable enough score for Rabada. Oh, that's a no ball. You can't have that, Jos. You just can't. You can't afford free runs, let alone free hits. And this over that's gone for 8 from 3 with a free hit here is expensive. Goes over the top. I think it'll be caught, so it'll be saved from the boundary, and it'll end up picking up 2. But again, that's 3 extra runs that could come back to hurt Buttler. 19 runs, 2 balls to come. I feel it's defendable. Rabada would probably feel it. I thought maybe 15 would be defendable, but right now he's already up to 20. Oh, it's a wide. Oh, dear. More free runs. A minimum of 4. Oh, there's another one. There's another wide. You can't be doing this, Butler. He's already given away a no ball. Now 2 wides. That's 3, and there was a 2 off the free hit and extra delivery. So that's 5 extra runs. That's a much better ball, but he would have liked to only chase 20, not 22. Into the 2 overs. 22. It's going to need to be a real big effort here for Butler. Bowler versus keeper. Oh, and an inside nick. It's going to be 1. But now this is a big innings because we're going to see the strengths of both these guys. This is really where their money is made. Rabada, he's a quick bowler. Butler, he's a wicket keeper, but he's a wicket keeper batsman. He's got power in his game. I reckon he's looking straight down the ground. Cow corner looks tempting. Drives it through the offside, but it's a dot. This is what we're talking about. Dot balls, critical. Wickets, even better. Over the top on the onside. Man in the deep takes the catch. Butler out. 1 wicket down already. Rabada getting it. And now the pressure comes on. You see the strengths of the bowler versus the strengths of the batsman. I don't think many people would have had a bowler as a real chance at winning this tournament. But right now, Rabada has a good, strong positioning. Is that 6? It is. And that's the strength of Butler on display. Still 16 required from the next 8 deliveries. Full toss. Struck well towards mid-wicket and beats the fielder. So it does get to the boundary for 4. The pressure for Butler, obviously, is can't lose a wicket. Got to win the game. Geez, that's somehow missed the stumps. 12 from the first over and a wicket. The game is evenly poised. We haven't seen a super over yet as well. That's 4. That is a quality shot. Makes it 7 from 5. Yeah, I am surprised that throughout the... how many matches have we had so far? We've had... This is maybe game 20, 28 or 29. There's been a lot of games. And we are yet to see a super over game. What do you reckon? 6 and then a wicket? Wouldn't that be fantastic viewing? Rabada steaming in. Outside edge for 1. 6 to win the game now. 3 balls to do it. So 1 shot wins it for Butler. 1 wicket wins it for Rabada. I can over cover. Oh, another nick. Means it's another single. And it's now 5 from 2. 4 could send it to a super over. 4 and a dot, 4 and a wicket. Oh, another outside edge. We're not going to get a super over. It's going to be decided one way or the other. It's all down to the last ball. There's 4 required for Butler for victory. Anything less, Rabada wins. Although, I suppose if there's a 3 somehow, Butler will win the game. Or it will go to a super over. But that's the most unlikely scenario. Coming in. Goes over cover. Does it have the carry? Yes, it does. Joss Butler through to the final with a boundary off the last ball. He's won the bottom bracket. And so they're celebrating. Oh, this is fantastic. You look at them all. Obviously, I had 2 separate competitions running, the bottom bracket and the top bracket. Then we were going to face them off together at the end. Oh, dear, that's fantastic. But Joss Butler wins the game by 1 wicket off the last ball against Rabada. Knocks out the bowlers. And Butler will be in the final against either Smith or Maxwell. Let's go over there and have a look at that. So here, of course, is the top bracket in the 2-2 World Cup finals. Steve Smith on his road to the semi-final against Glenn Maxwell has taken out Joe Root, Virat Kohli, and the Don, Sir Donald Bradman. Glenn Maxwell, on the other hand, has taken out Mitch Santner, Ben Stokes, and then Andrew Flintoff. So we are here at the Perth Stadium for the semi-final of the top bracket. The batsmen taking on the all-rounders. It's Steve Smith taking on Glenn Maxwell. Glenn Maxwell has won the toss. I wonder what he's going to do. He's going to bowl first. He will want a much bigger score than 13. Maxwell, on the other hand, restricted Flintoff to 20, I think, and managed to chase that down with a ball or 2 to spare. Got there with 3 balls to spare. So big challenge for both these guys. Team Smith will be looking for runs. Runs. I reckon a minimum of 20 required. Out! What a catch! Oh, it's good to see this patch has allowed BS wicket keeping to continue. He has absolutely smashed that into the middle of Glenn Maxwell's gloves. And Team Smith lose an early wicket. Oh, jeez. And under an extreme amount of pressure, Team Maxwell just need another wicket and it's all over for Smith. But he's found the mid-wicket gap. Maxie's quick. Oh, looking for a run out here. Got one earlier in the game. No, it was Smith who got the run out against the Don. But, geez, gets home for 2. Smith driving down the ground. Just the one this time towards long off. 4 runs and a 1 wicket so far. Oh, pulls it to the onside. It's, again, in the middle of the 2 fielders. But Maxwell's so quick around the field. He saves it and keeps it to 1. Smith's got 2 options here. I reckon mid-wicket's the main one. Tries to sweep into that area. Again, doesn't get it square enough. So 6 from the first over. I think Team Maxwell will be pretty happy with how this is playing out so far. Of course, the winner will face Josh Butler in the final. And there is a boundary for Steve Smith. Maybe even 22 is a pass score for Steve Smith here. Found the gap again. So that's 4 again. And what, two more 4s would get him to 22. I think that's a much stronger score than the 12 he's currently on. He's on 14, sorry, not 12. Maxwell bowling very wide of the crease. A reverse switch hit. Or just a regular switch hit. A reverse switch hit. Would that just be a normal drive? Well, this could be overthrows here. Not coming off the stumps, no. Just going to be settling for 2. And I believe it's out. I can't actually tell. Because we couldn't see what the hell happened. But again, it's another caught behind of the almost exact same shot that got the first Smith out. And I reckon it's almost the exact same wicket-keeping catch. Absolute dirt. But Team Smith get away with it. Oh, no, they don't. They don't get away with it. What am I talking about? Team Maxwell bowl at Team Smith. And both catches are almost identical, I think. Yeah, look at that. Just sliding across to the right to take the catch. What's the target? 17 is the target for Maxie. He's got 12 balls to do it. You just wonder, is he going to, like, settle? Play it reasonably low-key? Or is Stephen Smith and his leg spin going to get some wickets and have something else to say about it? 17 from 12. And Maxwell over the top straight away for 4. So that takes a little bit of pressure off. I'm not sure about this field here from Steve Smith. Lots of gaps in places they probably shouldn't be. This could be out. And Smith has taken the catch. So it just goes straight down the throat of long off. Almost a nothing shot in the end from Maxwell. I think he tried to get it a little straighter than that, but it's just absolutely straight to the fielder. And now we've got a game on our hands. Team Maxwell, 1 for 4. And just 1 wicket left. And this is the beauty of 2-2 cricket. The pressure comes on very quick. Oh, it's dropped. Oh, we saw the keeping of Maxwell able to take those catches. Unfortunately, Smith as a keeper ain't that good. 13 needed from 9. Over cover. This is a better shot. That's 4. So a good boundary to get for Maxwell. Again, we are yet to see a game go to a super over in this competition. This time over mid-wicket, 4 more. Now, there should be a lot less pressure on Team Maxwell to hit a boundary. It's just 5 more runs needed from the last 7 balls. And a dot to finish off the first over. So 5 will be needed from the last over. 1 wicket is all it takes to send Team Smith into the final. Goes over the offside. There's no one there. It's 4. The scores are level. The field looks like it's been changed almost immediately. Smith's got to get his field right here. He's got to get the ball right as well. It has to be pretty full and straight, I think. He's found the gap, Maxie, at 6, and he's through to the final. Gee, this would have been remarkable if it was a catch by that keeper there. We've seen it happen a couple of times throughout this tournament. Maxwell spoons it over third man for 6. Wins the game. Wins the top bracket. as the all-rounders take the little minor victory over the batsmen. So our final is set. Glenn Maxwell taking on Joss Butler. Australia taking on England. It is going to be an absolute ripper game. You'd have Maxwell as the favourite. He was probably one of the favourites going into this tournament. You know, the all-rounders, they've got skills. They can bat, they can bowl. And we just saw towards the end there that was the issues for Steve Smith. He was unable to get his ball in the right area and his field placements weren't as good. And in the end, Team Maxwell through to the final against Team Butler. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you in the final tomorrow for what should be an epic encounter. Maybe then we'll see a super over. We still haven't seen one yet. I'll see you guys next time.